The Assassin class in Lost Ark is going to offer you two options. The first of which is going to be the Deathblade, which utilizes 3 swords because apparently 2 is not enough. And the Shadowhunter, who uses dual-bladed tonfas, which are these cool, almost wing-like blades that they carry on each arm. Both of these classes are going to offer you a lot of damage and thrive in close-range combat. Their identities are similar. They're both going to let you enter a buff state for a limited time. If you don't know what an identity is, it's basically like an ultimate ability or trait that is unique to that class. These are going to be super important when it comes to picking the class that you want to play, and we're going to get more into the identities later, but for now, just know if you choose one of these two classes that you're going to get massive buffs for a limited time. Looking first at the Deathblade, we're going to have the more mobile of the two classes. Its abilities are going to offer you quite a few lunges, which are going to allow you to manage distance and positioning. On top of these, you're going to have a good amount of abilities that are going to allow you to juggle enemies, which means if they're already knocked into the air, it's going to knock them back up into the air again. Keep in mind, I am playing on the Russian version of the game, so some of the abilities may have different names than what they're called here. If you just match up the icons with the NA/EU version, you should be able to figure out which ability I'm talking about. Looking at Rising Whirlwind, this is going to be an ability that actually knocks enemies into the air, which is going to set off your ability to juggle. Alongside this, you'll also have Soul Absorber, which is also going to knock enemies into the air. As far as abilities that are going to keep enemies into the air, you're going to have Inexorable Attraction. This is going to throw out an AoE ability in front of you. Blitz is going to cause you to do 7 quick attacks with your swords. And then Blitz Rush is going to cause you to spin forward and slash enemies. Again, all 3 of these abilities are going to allow you to juggle enemies that are already in the air. So if you time these right, you can get off some pretty awesome combos. Some other abilities that you should probably take note of are Spin Cutter, which is going to cause you to spin forward, damaging enemies. Why I point out this ability in particular is because it's a combo ability, meaning that you can use it back to back, which is going to allow you to not only damage abilities, but also use it to reposition effectively. The Flash Blink ability is also going to allow you to reposition, and on top of that, it is going to knock enemies into the air, allowing you to set off that juggle chain. As you use your abilities to damage enemies, pay attention to these orbs on the bottom of the screen because they are going to fill up. Filling it is going to allow you to enter a battle trance. This is your identity for the Deathblade. Once you activate it, your movement speed, attack speed, and attack power will all be increased, but that's not all. You're also going to gain a portion of your mana back, and your ability cooldowns will be reduced while it's active. You only need to fill up one of these orbs to enter the battle trance, but if you fill up 2 or 3, it's actually going to make all of these buffs stronger. Well, all of them except movement speed, but the more orbs that you fill up, the stronger you're going to be, and the longer your battle trance is going to last. Looking at the Shadowhunter class, this class is going to offer you a little bit less mobility than the Deathblade class, but it's going to make up for it with range, and it also has a really cool identity. If we're just looking at the primary attack of this class, you're actually going to throw out the weapon as part of the combo, but there are more ranged abilities on top of it. Be aware that even though this class has ranged abilities, it does really thrive at close ranges still. Similarly to the Deathblade, the Shadowhunter is going to have some abilities that knock enemies up, like Fatranian Claws. It's also going to have some abilities that allow you to juggle enemies, like the Circular Saw ability. On top of the extra range, this class is actually going to offer you a good bit of control over your enemy's positioning. You can cut off areas by dropping the Spinning Weapon ability and forcing enemies to go around it, or you can use abilities like Hunting Game or Dark Matter, which is going to pull enemies towards you or push them away from you. Just like the Deathblade, as you're using your abilities, this bar on the bottom of the screen is going to fill up. Once it is completely full, you are going to be able to enter your identity. This is going to put you into demon form. As soon as you enter this form, you're going to notice that your primary attack is going to turn into more of a swiping attack now, and you're also going to get some new powerful abilities on your hotbar. These abilities are going to offer you a large area of effect, as well as the fact that you can drop them all really quickly for massive burst damage. On top of that, the animations are just really cool, and you feel really powerful when you're casting any of these abilities. If you like the fact that you can enter these heightened states, you may also want to check out the Warrior class that offers a subclass with a similar thing, as well as some other cool subclasses with different identities. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe if it was. My name is Marcus, and thanks for watching.